Today we're diving into a powerful shift happening across China, where street vending has become more than just a hustle. It's now a response to a deepening economic crisis, a cultural trend, and for many the only option left. A sweet-looking girl prepared 200 plumlines of oranges and 40 faltones of watermelon to set up a juice stand. As the weather got hotter and the sun stronger, she took out sunscreen and started applying it to her arms. Then she started promoting skincare products right there at the stall. Another pretty young woman was seen quickly preparing freshly squeezed lemon juice. A poetic voiceover played in the background. Who isn't tired? Who doesn't suffer? We can only rely on ourselves. People online commented, wondering if even street vending has become this competitive. One person asked the vlogger, "I want to sell milk tea too, but how do you handle the water situation? Don't you have to wash the cup after every drink?" Someone replied, "You think they're street vendors, but actually they're influencers? Their real job is doing live streams?" A popular saying is going around in China, "We're all trying hard to live running street stalls." The phrase has become a trend on both social media and in city streets. As the US-China trade war drags on, China's street vending economy has suddenly exploded, not just in a few places but across the country. Experts say that Chinese companies are struggling to offer discounts big enough to offset tariffs, and many small factories are shutting down. At the same time, Trump canceled the small package tariff exemption. If that cancellation becomes permanent, it could trigger another wave of factory closures. In just 3 months, that could force nearly 10 million newly unemployed people to flood into street vending. As the economy declines, many industries are shrinking into low-cost street vending. Many young, attractive women who lost their jobs have turned to running stalls to make a living. This shift also happens to match male consumers' habits of buying from roadside stalls. Some online observers pointed out that the customers of these female vendors are almost all men. But it's not always smooth sailing. One woman in Hubei province recently faced unfair treatment. One day, she went to set up her stall only to find that 4 trash bins had been placed in her spot. She approached the local officer to ask what happened, but he claimed that it was always a designated area for trash bins. Then she showed proof that she had just paid a 300 yuan fee for that spot. But the officer denied ever receiving the money. Worse, he brought in over a dozen enforcement officers to block her stall so no customers could buy from her, leaving her feeling helpless and wronged. Just then, a female enforcement officer approached. The vendor hoped that as a fellow woman, she might be more understanding. But to her surprise, the officer ordered her team to push the trash bins even closer to her stall. Furious, she posted the video online. Locals quickly showed support. That same night, the officer who had bullied her earlier came back and threatened her, telling her to delete the video or face trouble. She refused. Fearing retaliation, she started recording everything on her way home. The next morning, she woke up to find all her videos had been taken down. Many people online have a negative view of China's rapidly growing street vending economy. Some complain that vendors have gotten out of control. They take over both sides of two-way roads, leaving no room for traffic. It's seriously affecting people's daily commute. One person said, "There's a family downstairs from us that drives a Mercedes every day. They block the entrance of our residential complex just to set up a street stall, and the things they sell are more expensive than in regular stores. Small restaurants are being pushed out." One restaurant owner said, "These vendors are getting out of hand. Look from over there all the way to here. They've completely blocked my storefront. Everyone's just trying to make a living, but at least I pay rent. I run 2 restaurants, and the monthly rent is around 20 to 30,000 yuan. I just want to ask, is it fair for them to surround my store like this?" A content creator pointed out, "An entire food street shut down last year. 8 restaurants closed because they couldn't compete with street vendors. They wear revealing clothes, push carts around, dance while selling, and they blocked our emergency fire exits for 2 whole years. Some vendors operate without health inspections. One customer paid 47 yuan for a bowl of snail noodles with just a few pieces of meat." Another said, "They make more money than I do and their food is dirtier than restaurant food. I saw an auntie selling potatoes with a dog under her cart. She kept petting the dog, didn't wash her hands, and used those same hands to serve food. And her prices weren't even cheap." Residents wake up to trash. One said, "It's dirty, it's noisy, it smells bad, every single day. Our scooters can't move. Fights break out over stall spaces. Loudspeakers run from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. Vendors often reuse old oil and dump unsold food. Parents are worried. Some stalls operate outside schools. One video showed kids rushing across traffic to buy spicy noodles. A local said, "There's a rumor that the most popular vendor outside the school has a child studying there too, so maybe they care, but it's still worrying." Some argue the Chinese government is turning a blind eye. With rising unemployment, allowing vendors to operate freely may be a strategy to ease public tension. But it's not easy. One first-time vendor shared, "I thought I could just set up in a free vending zone, but I nearly got into a fight. Apparently every spot has an unofficial owner, even in free zones. I didn't know." Another vendor said, "I spent over 10,000 yuan setting up a stall. 0 customers. I nearly lost my mind." Another wrote, "Day 1, 220 yuan. Day 2, 105 yuan. Day 3, I gave up. I just don't have the energy anymore." One person wrote, "I'm divorced. I'm scared that working a regular job won't be enough to raise my child. I can't afford to open a shop. I want to try setting up a stall." Some women now live stream while selling. One insisted, "If you upload this video of me, use the original camera, no beauty filters." This May Day holiday, a new trend appeared: travel vending. Young people set up stalls at night to fund daytime tourism. Some rented sausage grills, some offered street photography, others sang on the sidewalks. One young man said, "Selling while traveling helps me cover my travel costs." Whether it's a sign of resilience, desperation, or innovation, China's street vending economy tells a deeper story, one about survival, hustle, and a generation carving out space where none was given. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into today's most surprising economic and cultural shifts.